someone's been selling on Amazon for a while and they have not been compliant. They have hit the thresholds, they generally speaking, it's 200 units, $100,000. That is such a generalization. Some states have 100 units, some states have a high number of unit thresholds, some states have a lower dollar threshold or a higher dollar amount. It really varies. You have 50 states, yes, but you have over 10,000 sales and use tax jurisdictions. So if you're an online seller, again, this is its own rabbit hole. You need to get specialized advice. But let's assume you didn't know, honest mistake, hey, things happen, and you have not been compliant for the last few years. What do? Do not panic. You're not alone. You're not alone. And I get into this in the interview I did with Aaron. Again, him and his team, qualified accountants and with decades and decades of experience with sales and use taxes. And, we go through this in considerable detail. The point I want to get to here, as we just briefly top line summarize it, is that there are amnesty programs like Amnesty in All But Name or Amnesty by Name. So there are programs for those who have not been 100% compliant with their sales and use tax, where you can, and the way amnesty works is that you need to get to the tax authority before the tax authority gets to you. So you do your calculations, get your paperwork in order, sit with your professional and say, hey, Mr. Tax Office for XYZ state, I'm sorry, we have not been 100% compliant. Here are our numbers. Now, some states will say, just give me your numbers and we'll send you the bill. And then some states say, no, it's okay. You calculate what you think you owe us and send it to us, probably with some of your working papers, and we'll take it from there. So each state, each jurisdiction is going to be slightly different. But the point is that you go to them before they go to you. And yeah, I know what some of you are thinking, that you probably have heard online in certain online forums, because they're like specialist forums for online sellers, right? Because some of our clients tell us this, that there are qualified tax advisors out there, US qualified advisors, that say, hey, if you haven't been compliant, don't worry about it. Walk away, form a new company, and start over. And my response when they say that is, that's what the other tax lawyer told you. Okay, did he put it in writing or did he tell you on Zoom? He told me on Zoom. Ask him to send it in an email. Crickets. Nobody's going to put that in an email, because that is condoning, tax evasion. So, which is an offense, civil, criminal penalties, blah, 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 blah. So nobody's going to tell you to break the law in writing. But, some guys play fast and loose and they may tell you to do it over a call. All I say is caveat emptor, may the buyer beware. Again, I say this all the time. The US is one of those jurisdictions that it's kind of like in the movies. The movies get it pretty accurate, because we've seen this in our clients. If one person gets caught, breaking the law, not paying taxes, trying to evade taxes. So their non-compliance is deemed to be willful. And willful is not defined in any statute, so we look at case law. So you intentionally seek to evade a known legal duty. So that's your non-compliance was willful. Okay. Then the first thing they do, the IRS has, or the tax office will have a conversation with you. And one of the questions, just like in the movies, who helped you? Who were your enablers? Name names. And you'll be incentivized to do so, and our clients tell us. They will, the IRS would be, or the tax authority will be easy on them because they are cooperative. And if you say, hey, this tax advisor, Darren Joseph, and he has this website and he's on YouTube, and he told me in an email to evade, he was my enabler. He helped me incorporate a new company. They'll say like, okay, they may be a bit more lenient on you for helping them by providing that information. And what they're going to do is they're going to go to Darren's profile within their records, because every client would, the Darren advises or helps with the compliance. My ID would be part of the return, and they'll go through and they'll pick up every single client that I've done, and they will audit them. So I say that to make a point. So if it is that you work with an advisor that plays fast and loose, you may not get caught, but one of his other clients may get caught. One of his or her other clients may get caught. And once they do, and they give up the advisor, then every one of the advisor's clients will be under investigation, which would include you. So be very careful in who you choose for advice. But the point is, if it is you have not been 100% compliant with your sales and use tax, as an Amazon, as an online seller, get professional advice as to how to engage with the amnesty programs, how to come clean, and get things done the right way. Hope that helps.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.